It's the 10th anniversary of the establishment of the Rena Rowan Breast Center, which is the paradigm for outstanding breast care, not only in the Delaware Valley region, but in the United States. It's also the 5th anniversary of the Jordan Gynecologic Oncology Center, which provides exquisite interdisciplinary care for women with all forms of gynecologic cancer. And it announces the establishment of the McDonald Cancer Risk Evaluation Center, where women who are at high risk for breast and ovarian cancer can get the latest genetic counseling, genetic testing, and strategies to prevent them from developing an inherited form of breast or ovarian cancer.
The care of breast cancer patients has changed a little bit. It's changed relatively slowly in the last 20 years. Over the last 10, we've seen remarkable changes, and I think our mission for the next decade should be to see many more remarkable changes in how we care for people. This will involve all aspects of care: breast imaging, screening, surgical techniques, radiotherapeutic techniques, drugs for the treatment of advanced breast cancer genetics, prevention, finding ways to combat this from all different angles. This is a time when the potential to do those sorts of things is probably greater than it's ever been.
When women are found to be at high risk for the development of cancer, they need incredibly good imaging and new techniques in imaging. The University of Pennsylvania was one of the first places that did breast MRI. It's now a standard of care. Moving on, once people are diagnosed with cancer, we need surgeons, radiation oncologists, medical oncologists. Because women with genetic mutations are often young, we need psychosocial services, we need infertility specialists, and we've got that all here in one place. So it's an incredible thing to be at the University of Pennsylvania doing this type of work.
I think the treatment is moving in a direction where it's more personalized. We're trying to tailor the treatment to the individual women. We're getting better at understanding the disease, and each breast cancer is different, and we're really working hard to tailor the treatment according to the patient.
It's the most exciting time for us right now because one of our missions is really to transform cancer care through our research.
We wanted it to be very simple. We wanted it to be a place where people could come and feel comfortable, at the same time receiving care that was expert on one hand and compassionate on the other, efficient, and of the highest quality. I think we can look back very, very happily on the 10 years and see that this enterprise has been a remarkable success.
My goal and my interest in working with patients here is to improve functional outcomes and getting people back to their lives so that they don't have to accept some new normal, some lesser than new normal as a result of having had a cancer diagnosis. That's not good enough here. What we want is to have people return to better than or as good as they can get to after they've had a cancer diagnosis.
Tonight is truly a celebration. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2008 when I was pregnant with my twin girls. From the nursing staff to the doctors, so supportive, so caring, and I knew I was getting the best care in the world, but they also showed me such encouragement and care that I never could have done it anywhere else.
What I'm excited about is that as a survivor of 8 years, and knowing that the leading research and things that are coming out about breast cancer, that it's being done locally here at the University of Pennsylvania.
I think the research that's going on at Penn is very exciting, it's groundbreaking, and it's a nice collaboration between what happens in the lab also transfers over to what happens with patients and their families.
That hopefully it'll help myself one day, my mother being a breast cancer survivor, as well as my daughter in the future. That's why we're here, for our children and our grandchildren.
It is very important for people, whether you have $1 or $1 million, to give to breast cancer support. In particular in this event tonight, people are here that have supported the breast cancer and research in the center here, and that really helps us as individuals because sooner or later it may be someone in your family that has breast cancer and they're going to have that support. So financial support is very important for research to help us and help our future generation that may have breast cancer.
Having major philanthropic efforts converge onto women's cancers, that will enable us to really transform women's cancer care for the next decade.
For my 50th birthday a few years ago, I gave a gift of endowing something because I feel like this place has made me a thriver, not just a survivor, has put me in touch with what really matters in this world. I have a doctor who's a healer. I never understood that word before. And I have caregivers who just make me feel so wonderful and so special and so safe.
I was diagnosed and treated here. It was amazing. It was amazing that you could do all of this. You could go through what I've been through and come out the other side and live well.
I'm a patient here at the Rena Rowan Breast Cancer Center. It's significant to me to be here because so many of my family members have unfortunately been the victims of breast cancer. We want to turn that word around, victims, and turn it into people who are winners, people who are not victimized, people who are proactive and strong. I had a mother, a sister, a niece, and a cousin, an aunt, and a grandmother, all who had breast cancer, and now I do. I know it's unusual that men have breast cancer, but I think it's important for people to realize that breast cancer is not strictly a female disease, but a human disease. I know I am working with people who care, and they involve me in my care process, and I am allowed to make decisions because they inform me. They ask me to participate. They invite us as a family to think about things and think about options. These are people who the word passionate is so overused in our society, but they really are passionate. And it's not just a passionate that's selfish, it's a passionate that's going for giving to others, and actually they're the catalyst for action and change. And there's no ego or pride involved in that. They just do a great job, and that's what's different and special about this place.
It actually feels proud to be a part of the Penn family.
It's comforting.
Incredible.
Wonderful.
Extraordinary.
Exciting.
Hope. I guess hope that when they find a cure for breast, ovarian, and all other kinds of cancers, it will come, and I think that Penn will be right at the front. It will happen here.